Namaste, Jai Shri Ram. Let's speak about Mars today. Mars is a very important planet. Mars is the first lord of the Kalpurush chart, right? Like for Aries, who's the lord? Mars. So he is very important for the good health. If you want strength to fight back anything, Mars is very important. So let's speak about Mars and know how he is going to behave in all 12 different houses. Okay, so Mars in the first house, let's begin with that. So if you have Mars in the first house of your horoscope, it is going to be more like, this person is going to be very short tempered. Okay, and also his words might hurt people. He'll be very strict and very bold. You might see children with Mars in the first house will not have much fear even to sleep in the dark when compared to other children. Of course, the other planetary positions also matter, but these children will have tremendous courage to be in the dark or to go out alone. These things, they have that courage and strength, and usually they will be very strong, and also they will be prone to fevers and a little bit of health wise, fevers will be a little problem, and also with respect to skin, they might have pimples. These kind of issues they will be having. Apart from that, the courage and with a will to do the work, they can do the work much faster when compared to others. All right, and they will remain young, and they will remain lean for a longest period of their life, provided there are no more afflictions in the horoscope. Okay, that the youthful look will always be there, even if they reach 50, but they will be looking somewhere in between 35-40. Okay, if the Mars is very well placed and if there is no much afflictions, you can see this happening. Okay, now let's come to the second house, Mars. Second house Mars is a Mars where you will have a good amount of property. You will make a lot of landed properties. You will get some legacies, and you will have good money, property, everything. But only that your speech will be a little, blunt. You might hurt people with your speech. So there you have to be careful. And you will also like something which is spicy. You would like to consume spicy food. And you will protect your family. Family will be your highest priority. Though you fight with them, though you're very caduce with them, you're very, your words might hurt them, but you stand like a soldier to protect them. So that is a good placement. But in South India, we consider this as also a Kuja dosha. Even the first house Mars is also a Kuja dosha because it is going to aspect the 7th house. So this gives a little issues in the marital life. Okay, so the second house is also done here. If you control your speech, if you mind what you're speaking, and if you're a little more sweeter, you can manage your relationships, and you can manage your life with a lot more ease. Okay, and you will also be prone to mouth ulcers and eyesight issues. So whenever life gives you a chance, do donate some money for someone for eye surgeries. There are many organizations which help people with eye operations, cataract operations, these kind of surgeries. You sponsor for them as much as you can. You volunteer, in case if you are not so, if you don't want to spend so much, or if you don't want to spend, you have to learn to spend for that. If you can't, financially it is not allowing you to spend, then you can just go and help them, volunteer and help them around. Okay, but when you have the financial stability to help someone, you please do go ahead and do that. That will protect you in a lot of ways. Now coming to the third house of Mars. So third house Mars is a Mars where you will be very courageous to fight with people. Like for example, somebody who's a freedom fighter, somebody who is into law, somebody who's into politics. Mars third house is a great placement. It is just not this placement. There are many more. This is one of it. Okay, so it's a good placement, and it is also a place. There is something which is there is a bee or something. As usual, this place is like bee prone. Okay, fine. Third house, yes, Mars, and it is also a great placement for siblings also. Siblings and neighborhood. You will also, if there is some problem in the neighborhood, you will be there and you will go help the neighbors. But if it is afflicted, you will create problems to your neighbors. You know, you will be a troublemaker to your neighbors and to your siblings. So this must be taken with care. You must take good care of it. And you might also have a little pain in your shoulders and your arms. That will be a little sensitive for you, is what we can say. Okay, number fourth, Mars in the fourth house. So Mars in the fourth house is good as well as bad. You know, all positions have good and bad combination of it, and again it depends on the kind of placement and the aspects it receives. So in the fourth house, if you have Mars, your mother will be very strict, and she will also be someone who kind of is like an army person who gives you the timetable and you have to follow it, and it's very strict, and it is important she be that way. And she will also be a person who will manage the house like a man, you know, so much strength in her, so much that kind of courage to fight back any kind of, and she protects the family like a man. And you will have to take care of your chest. You might have some kind of chest sensitivity or cough cold issues. Something related to chest will be a little sensitive, which you have to take care of. Okay, this is very important. And this Mars sitting in the fourth, 5, 6, 7, 8, it is going to aspect your 8th house. So what happens is, you will here make property, you will have many landed properties, and if it is afflicted, that will also be problematic, because you will have issues with the properties that you have made. And for marital life also, this will be a little conflicting, for you have to really take care of it. This needs a little bit of remedies that has to be taken care of. Okay, so now coming to the fifth house. Fifth house is a house where you have to this is like kind of attraction, love, you know. So people having fifth house Mars, they get easily attracted to people. So if it's a male, he gets easily attracted to women. If it's a woman, then he gets a little easily attracted to other men, and they fall in love easily, and they come out also a little easily. Look at that huge bee. Okay, because of the flowers, they just come here. All right, so if a woman has Mars in fifth house, during conception she has to go through some medical intervention, you know. Sometimes if we have to definitely see Bija Sputa, Kshetra Sputa, all that, and only then we can decide. But still, when you look at the chart in a superficial way, women with Mars in the fifth house might have issues like, you know, conception, or even if she conceives, the delivery will need some kind of medical intervention. Okay, this is what happens. And now coming to the sixth house. Sixth house is, many people say it's a beautiful placement and all that. Yes, everything has its beauty and its difficulties also. Having sixth house Mars gives you a lot of strength to fight back any kind of enemies. Enemies can't stand in front of you. But at the same time, you will also have issues. Why do they become enemies? Because, you know, there is some conflicts. Why did the conflicts begin? Sometimes here, because of this placement, it is because of your speech. Your speech will be such that, or your behavior will be such that you invite problems, and that will lead to, you know, issues. And sometimes, you know, if there is more afflictions, what happens is there will be physical you know, abuse also involved. So you must be very careful here. It is good also, you know, if there is no affliction, you will be tremendously good at fighting back the enemies. And this is a great placement for if you have to work in something like army, police, fire, you know, These kind of people who want to work here, this kind of placement is very much necessary, and it helps them a lot also. So it's a great placement. It has its pros and cons also. Okay, so now coming to the seventh house Mars. So seventh house Mars is also Kuja Dosham, we call it as the Manglik, what we call. But it is always not bad, because only if there is many afflictions, more than 2 to 3 afflictions, not even 2, more than 3 afflictions, then you can say for sure there has to be some issues over here. But still, to be on the safer side, you can definitely do some remedies. And here, a person with Mars in the 7th house will have excessive, passion and sexual urge, too much of sexual urge, and he will be or she will be more romantic also. And if there is too much affliction, what happens is somewhere you will see this kind of physical abuse in marriage. So you have to take care. Only if there is too much affliction, this will happen, not in every case. Okay, so that also has to be taken care of. And coming to the 7th house, again Mars, here it is also masses, right? 7th house is also masses. So this person will have good relationship outside, like outside in the public he will have very good relationship, and he'll be it is a good placement. But for personal life, for marital life, it can be slightly challenging or difficult. Okay, these kind of people, it's great if they go work out and sweat and gym, so they can tame their energies. So it's very important they do this. So this is about 7. Now let's go to the 8th house of Mars. So 8th house Mars is a Mars which gives you a lot of property from your ancestors, from your husband or from your spouse. You will get good amount of money and property, and you will also get protection from them. But if it is afflicted, you will have health issues, and also your spouse will also face few amount of issues. But this is also a great placement for any kind of research oriented work, something related to mechanical, something related to machines where you have to do research, and robots, robotics, something where you have to bring in and do, and even making nuclear weapons, these kind of things. If you are into that kind of research, it is extremely great, and they will do very well with respect to research field. But it is best to remedy this. Again, I say, if it is not much afflicted, it is fine. If it is afflicted, it has to need some remedy like Hanuman Chalisa and many other Mangal remedies has to be done. Now coming to the 9th house. 9th house, it is the house of long distance travels. It is the house of dharma. Here people will be very dharmic. They would like to stick to their dharma, and they will have excessive love for dharma. That Kattar Hindu or Kattar whatever religion they belong to, they will have that Kattarness in them, and they will be very dedicated and devoted. And the relationship with their father or guru will be like very blunt, and they speak like blunt and very sharp. That sharpness in the language will also be there. This about Mars in the 9th house, and Mars in the 10th house is also called Kul Deepak Yoga. This kind of people will do something very different in their life, like from their family. Kul Deepak Yoga. This person is born in the family, and he raises the name of the family, or makes that family proud, or makes something different, hatke, so, something hatke for that family. And it is a great placement. It becomes Digbali here, and it's a placement where you can get into army, get into corp, or IPS, or something related to police. Any of these things, they can really do well. And in the workplace, they will have conflicts. It will not be easy for them, and they don't like to be told what to be done. They want to be the owners, or they want to be the bosses for themselves. They can't take the they can't take orders. They give orders, they can't take orders. So this is for 10th house Mars. And 11th house Mars is a Mars where you have to you will have a good social network, where, and also you will have to take care of what how you manage your friendships. And this is also a placement where you will be strong enough to fight back the enemies. and enemies can't do much anything much more harm to you, because you will be stronger, provided there is no much afflictions. Okay. And you have to take care of your speech again. Your speech will be a little harsh to people, which is difficult for them to digest. So just take a little care of the speech. That will help you a lot. Now 12th house Mars. 12th house Mars is also called slightly conflicting, slightly challenging, because the 12th, say it has 12, 1, 2, 3, right? Like it gives you a lot of strength to fight back, and at the same time you will have to maintain your anger levels, you have to keep calm, and you have to take care of your BP, blood pressure issues. These things are very important to keep yourself calm. And marriage life also, here you have to take care and be calmer and be polite with your wife. Only that will help you manage the relationships. So this is overall for Mars in all the houses. Hope you like the video, and if you like the video, please like, share and subscribe. Thank you so much. Take care. Jai Shri Ram.